Well, kohlrabi. First time I've ever had kohlrabi. First time I've ever grown kohlrabi. So I don't know how well it's going to work. But I've been told to use a good knife such as this that's bendable, called a paring knife. This one might not be the sharpest. This definitely is the sharpest. This is what I used out in the garden to cut these things. So I'm just going to cut off the bottom part here and see how woody it is. It does look like, well, I don't know what woody is, but I guess I'll just have to slice it and try it. So here's cutting that piece off, and then they say to cut the top piece off too, because that's supposed to be woody and I can't tell the difference. Oh yeah, it's soft. They're both soft, so I guess I'm working out okay. I'm just gonna peel it kind of like a potato. It does get a little bit harder once I get down to this part here, so this might be harder than I think it is. Ah man, it kind of has a cabbage smell to it. I'm going to get a bowl and I'll show you what's going on here. I'm going to put this good sharp knife away and I'm going to stick to this and maybe even a potato peeler. I'm going to try a potato peeler on this one, see what happens. The leaves kind of grow across like this, so I'm seeing if you can cut it on the same angle that the leaves are growing, it works a whole lot easier. I can feel how moist it is up here and how it gets a little bit harder the farther down you go. So after you get this cut down a little bit, and you get down to this area down in here, this is where the hardest skin is, down in here. Or, I don't know if you'd call it the skin, but if it was on an apple, you'd call it the skin. It's probably the heaviest right down in this area, and it feels like it's a little bit harder than it is on the top. So I've just kept on going down in here, and you know what it feels like? It feels like you're actually scraping on an apple. After you get that hardcore peel off of it, it starts to feel like an apple, and you can feel the moisture in it. Up here, I think up here's fine. I'm not feeling any resistance anymore like I did before, and there's a lot of moisture coming out of those slivers that I'm taking out. So I'm thinking that's the way to go. Get rid of this. And continue on, using the big knife to do the heavy work. I'll try this now. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to do it with this knife. But I'm getting a lot deeper down into it too. Now down in here, it's going to be hard. So I think the potato peeler is the way I'm going to go with this. I feel safer doing it this way. You can almost see the woody parts on here that you have to still get off. It almost looks a little bit like bark. So that's a little bit better, I think. I'm no expert. So I'll just keep on going on with this. Get them all done. I'll show you what the next step is in just a little bit. So one thing I'm thinking on these little ones, it might be easier to do it with this knife and just cut a little deeper because they're hard to hold. That potato peeler works fine on the bigger ones, but when you have little ones like this, it's hard to hold. And you can kind of see where the darker area is. That's we want to cut that out of there. So I'm able to see that a whole lot better doing it this way too. So this might be the answer, is to use a knife like this and have a flat surface so that you can cut that area off. And when it gets down to the bottom, you just kind of miter it a little bit around there. I got a feeling I know why I never had kohlrabi. It seems like it's a lot of work. It's not like peeling a potato. I suppose that once you get used to it, it'll go a whole lot faster. Now these little ones, they're supposed to be super tender. But the skin on these things, what I'm calling the skin, it seems to be just as thick on it as the big ones. So I don't know. This is tiny. I wouldn't want to use a potato peeler in this one. All right. How would a wise guy do this? I think I would like to cut it into slivers like this, but I'm afraid I'm going to hurt myself. So we'll try it this way. It's hard. Ever tried carving a pumpkin? That's pretty hard to cut through these guys. Well, maybe I'll just, yeah, I got another good one out of here, I guess. And then this guy, yeah, I might be able to get another slice out of it. Wow, I did it. Suppose you could cut them up like French fries too. Maybe even deep fry them. I don't know. Maybe. They don't fall apart like an onion does. So you can't really cut them like an onion either. So you can see that there is a couple of ways that I was cutting these things, trying to find the fastest and the easiest way to do it. But as you get faster, you become more confident in yourself, and that's one of the ways you can lose a finger real quick. So keep it slow. I like my shovel, huh? So I'll be cleaning this up in just a little bit and take you over to the stove and show you what I'm going to do next. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to render down some bacon. I got some bacon over here from Newski's up in Wittenberg, Wisconsin. That's 4 slices of the thickest, probably about 1/4 of an inch thick bacon. I'm going to render that down. You can see I've cut it into some slabs here and see what happens. If you've never been to Newski's, you ought to go up to Wittenberg and see this place. It's amazing. Bring some money because that food is so good up there. The meats, woo-hoo. Newski's Meat, Wittenberg, Wisconsin. So while that bacon is over there simmering away and smelling great, I'm going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over the kohlrabi. Just going to let that marinate. I'm going to add some salt and pepper and just let it go for about half hour. I just finished mincing up some garlic, and I'm just rough chopping about the same size as the kohlrabi, a whole onion. It's one hot onion. Woohoo! Gonna go check this out. This bacon smells so good. And boy, look at all this fat that's rendered out of here. Amazing. I'm not going to waste that fat. You best believe that. Now I'm going to add the onions and garlic. Alright, so I thought, hey, why not put an apple in here? We got bacon going. What tastes better than bacon and apples, I think, you know. It'd be interesting to note whether or not we'll be able to taste the apple in here. Boy, that onion, woohoo, and that garlic is causing me to snipple. Well, you chop them as they fly, I guess. I want to get a good chop on these apples so they kind of melt into the flavor of that bacon fat. Now the onions have gotten translucent. They're just about done. So I want to cook these apples down. Cover them up. Let it steam a little bit. Well, those apples have gotten nice and soft now. I think it's time to add the kohlrabi. Don't forget this kohlrabi's got oil in it. And a lot of juice because it's been salted. So if it's a little dry in there, it soon will become juicy again. I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to let that cook on, about medium low, I think. A little bit above that. And let that cook for a little while and be back in just a little bit and see what it looks like. Don't forget we got all this lovely bacon. Oh, you know what? For a little zippity-doo, I might even put in a jalapeno pepper. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, now it's time to add that jalapeno to the mixture here. This has been cooking down for about a half an hour, I'd say. And there's still plenty of juice in here. Plenty of oil. Just gonna let it go until everything gets translucent. I think that would be the best bet. The apples cooked down nice, but the kohlrabi is still pretty hard. I want to get that cooked down. Wow. Now that looks good. That looks good. Got some chicken here chopped up into cubes because the cubes are the thing that are going on today, right? Nothing but cubes. And oh, does this ever look good? Can't wait to Dory taste this. It sounds like she's in the kitchen right now.
I can't wait to taste it either. It's been years since I've had a kohlrabi. Your mom used to make it all the time.
She did?
Oh, yeah. She would mostly just boil it, as I recall.
Well, the next time I make it, I am going to boil it because this took a long time to cook today. Many hours. And maybe too much oil to keep it from burning.
Well, it's olive oil, right?
Yeah, it's olive oil.
Oh, that'll be good
And,
flavor.
oh, and there's bacon grease in it too.
Ooh.
So let's come on over here and let's put this on the table, huh?
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, goody.
There you go.
Good. I think this one's yours. It's got more chicken.
Okay.
Ooh, looking good.
And there's some bacon for you. I know how much you like little pieces of
Oh,
bacon.
I love bacon. A little on there. A little extra texture and flavor. Thanks, Tom, for making this.
Yeah, you know, the thing is about this, like I said, it took so long to make. It took like 5 hours for it to be on the stove. Next time I'm going to boil it and then put it in some oil and fry it like a potato.
Kind of like potatoes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're that dense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's bacon. Can you taste the bacon fat in here?
Oh, they're very nice and mild.
Yeah.
Even sweet. Did you put any sweetener or anything?
No.
Oh, very good.
I was thinking of putting brown sugar in it, but it's fine. Oh, the apple.
Oh, apples in here
There's
too.
an apple in there, so
Oh,
that might make it sweet. But I think
Good combination.
zucchini or kohlrabi is sweet.
Complements the mixed meat of the chicken.
Yeah. Mixing them two together is really good
Oh, yeah?
because the chicken is kind of dry and the kohlrabi is wet, you know.
That is good. I think you hit on something there, Tom.
I think after I do it the next time by boiling it, and I'll lightly fry it in some oil in a pan, and then add some apple cider to it, and then maybe sprinkle on some, bacon bits on it, small, so
Well, it is-
almost like pepper or something, you know.
It is tasty. Thanks.
So there you go. You can try it. Like I said, this takes a lot of time, but I think if you boiled it, we could get it nice and soft like this. You could even mash this like mashed
I think
potato.
that one reason it took so long is that you had it kind of on a lower heat. Yeah, because you don't want to burn it and have that burnt taste.
Well,
to
you
it,
know
but
what
it's
else
good.
would be good in here? Raisins. Raisins be really good in here. Cook from the very beginning with raisins.
A real good harvest meal.
Yeah. So there you go. Cherry, you better make this.